How's everyone doing today? This is Ad with Commander on a Budget. Today we'll be into another episode of Budget Brews. We're still smack dab in the middle of New Capenna spoiler season, so we're going to go over Racine, Scheming Seer. I think Connives, which is the ability that you see down in the text box, is kind of broken, and you can do a bunch of different stuff in it. This commander is very open-ended. Let's hop on into it. Like I said in the previous New Capenna spoiler video, I'm always going to recommend that you run the panorama that aligns with this color combination. It helps you fix your mana. It's really great. With that being said, we're going to go into one of the multiple avenues that you can take the deck as a combat focus. So, cards like Ghostly Pilfer is very good in this deck. Armix Filigree Thrasher, especially since you're going to be running a bunch of different mana rocks. Audacious Thief gives you a chance to draw cards when you're in combat. Bane of Balaget is an absolute bomb whenever you declare an attack with it. And Dream Trawler is an absolutely fantastic card in this deck. It's also a Sphinx, so you can run Sphinx Tribal if you want to go down that route. You just have a bunch of different options that you can run if you want to make it more combat-based. If you want to go the +1/+1 counter route, you can run Elite Scale Guard. Absolutely fantastic card. We've gone over it on the channel before. 10-Year Ink Master, absolutely fantastic way to help close out games, especially when you go wide enough. Speaking of going wide, if you would definitely want to go the +1/+1 counter route, I would run cards like Harmonious Archon, Geist Honored Monk, Silverwing Squadron, which we've gone over on the channel before. I really like this card. You'll see it in a bunch of different decks. Gather the Townsfolk. One of my personal favorite cards, Lingering Souls. Raise the Alarm. Omen of the Sun. You get the idea. Just pretty much cards that help you make multiple different tokens. You go wide, you'll attack with a bunch of them. They all get really big. It's a really interesting strategy in Esper. I also definitely can't forget to mention the part where this deck is pretty much perfect for any kind of reanimation strategy. So you can run cards like Dread Return, Elspeth Conquers Death, which I pretty much mentioned in almost any white reanimator deck, Late to Dinner, Persist, which can get back a non-legendary creature. Reanimation card I just found, Soul Exchange, absolutely fantastic. This is pretty much the perfect deck if you want to be able to bring back a bunch of different creatures. This deck's also a really interesting way for you to make Esper Madness. So you can run Call to the Netherworld, Circular Logic, which is a really great counterspell for this strategy. Just the Wind helps you get rid of problem creatures. Shadow Granger Archfiend's an absolute bomb in this deck. You also have a form of enchantment removal with Frantic Purification. Archfiend of Spite and From Under the Floorboards are all absolutely fantastic win conditions if you want to take the Madness route for this deck. So you really have a bunch of different options that you can run with Connive. I hope it's in more colors than just the Esper colors. Some quick upgrades I want to throw out to the deck. Obviously, the Ozolus should probably be one of the first cards you throw in if you want to go the counters route. And I would personally throw in cards like Living End or Living Death as a mass reanimation card. Let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all later.